Here's 10 forgotten DC characters who deserve a comeback. John Butcher is one of the most obscure DC characters in the company's publication history. A member of the Lakota Native American tribe, he was well-versed in the ways of his people and an expert fighter. He was a classic vigilante that would be popular in an updated series. Firestorm has always had terrible luck in his publication history, with his initial book cut off at the knees due to the infamous DC implosion of the late 1970s. Given his lack of success with solo titles, it might be best if he was a member of the League. Bronze Tiger has been an obscure DC character for longer than he hasn't. He'd fit right into the Batman books or a relaunched Suicide Squad. He might even work as a miniseries, which could depict him in even more grittier and violent situations. Black Lightning was one of the first black superheroes from Marvel and DC to get their own ongoing title. Though he had this distinction and membership in the Justice League, he's rarely been a major part of the DC universe. Travis Morgan was a character from the Bronze Age of comics. He became known as Warlord and was one of DC's only true sword and sorcery characters. Nowadays, Warlord is far from relevant, despite the many fantasy characters he could interact with in the DC universe. Jonah Hex is well known as DC's premier Western character, with the scarred gunslinger essentially a Wild West version of Marvel's The Punisher. Quick on the draw and enforcing his own kind of law, the former Confederate soldier is one of the deadliest bounty hunters in the Old West of the DC universe. Ibis the Invincible was a character from Fawcett Comics that DC used only a little after acquiring that former publishing rival. His only real appearances in the DC universe came during and after Jerry Ordway's The Power of Shazam series. Starman is one of the most overlooked legacies in the DC universe. Starman eventually gave his cosmic staff to Courtney Whitmore, the current Star-Spangled Kid, and she took the name Stargirl afterward. Like his Marvel counterpart Ant-Man, the Atom has never been a particularly big deal in his respective fictional universe. He was a member of the Justice League and a friend of Hawkman, but these aspects have done little for him in terms of mainstream respect. While most associate the name Sandman with the Spider-Man villain from the Marvel Comics or the Ethereal Lord of the Dreaming from DC, the name actually originated from a Golden Age hero known as Wesley Dodds, who was eventually replaced by his protege, Sanderson, formerly Sandy the Golden Boy. Sandy's time as Sandman in modern JSA comics has been overlooked, and it'd be worthwhile to expand upon his current exploits.